teachers that make me want to go to school and stuff. Like once you're done with morning work, you get to like play games and stuff, and then like after that you just like do your cursive and stuff, and it just makes it more fun.
Because they're both nice. We always get to do art hub, and we always get to do art and go play outside.
A teacher that has a good sense of humor and that has like occasional art projects, once like every month, I'd say. Also, they need to be a tiny bit strict because it helps the student learn if they're strict. So the teacher is serious about them getting a good education and having a good job.
Meeting new friends.
Meeting all the new friends I'll get to make this year.
Meeting and making more friends.
Something that I would never want a teacher to do is treat me like a child. Like I want to be treated like any adult would.
Personally, I would never want a teacher to grade or treat me based on personal bias. I want a teacher to be fair and honest.
I think I would never want to be treated as a child. Like I know sometimes teachers try to come and make really fun and I don't want to say immature, but kind of like childish, PowerPoints sort of thing. But we're less than some of us, 2-3 years away from adulthood. So I think it'd be appreciated if we were treated like adults and not children.
I would never want a teacher to assume that everyone's kind of in the same place educationally. It'd be much better to create an environment where kids can learn what they need to and other kids can get ahead and then further their learning as they want to develop and grow, kind of like something where students can be responsible for their own education and just making a good environment where anyone can learn regardless of where they're at.
The ones that be supportive and be kind, be respectful, and be nice.
Who the best teachers are who teach their kids what they're supposed to be doing, like teaching them their alphabet and math and stuff that they should be knowing up to that grade.
A teacher should always be kind and never rude. Well, she makes things normal, like a normal math question, and then turns it into fun. Makes it fun. Awesome. Helps us with all activities, and I think she's done a really great job at it. Help us learn.
I like it on the first day of school where you can walk in and you can choose your seat, but then that's sort of your seat for the rest of the year, the quarter, or whatever. But then I like it when the teachers have an agenda and they follow that agenda and they sprinkle in in science classes if they do a mini lab or something like that. I prefer that and having all that structure. So.
I would rather work by myself than work with a group. I'd rather sit down too.
Environment to walk into is when you're allowed to kind of sit wherever you want and the teacher's pretty chill, and I like it when there's a lot of stuff on the walls because sometimes I'll zone out, so I like when there's educational stuff on the wall so I can still be reading and learning, and then I can get back to paying attention.
The teacher teaching us. Well, we're sitting at our desk and the teachers are at the board.
My favorite way to learn in the classroom is flexible seating because you get to choose the different ways you'll learn.
It's a lot easier to learn if you're comfortable in your environment. If everything's super structured and set down and everybody's forced to be focused instead of them choosing to be focused, I don't think you'll learn as well.
Well, I'm sort of the opposite. I prefer structure over anything.
Teachers that motivate me are teachers that like to mix things up in the classroom and can show that they really care about you as a person.
I'm a senior, and I would say that teachers who make learning fun and also have a true love for learning and like coming to school and teaching their students every day.
Teachers that motivate me, connect with me, and so we can have a conversation and kind of relate to each other.
When we're stuck on math problems, we'll raise our hand, she'll help us, and that shows us that she cares about us. By teaching us and making us more smarter. Whenever me and my class do a rain break, she does it too.
Because she teaches me and she helps me learn in school, and that's why I'm very smart at home and around the place people that are around me.
And she never like gives up on us. Like even if we're having a lot of trouble, she's like still willing to help us. And like all the time by the end of the year, we've learned a lot of stuff.
I think it should be mind reading because our teacher is always saying, raise your hand because I can't read your mind.
The first one is super speed, that way she could get to everyone really quickly. And 2 would be cloning herself, because she can get to everyone quicker.
A cape. See how they fly? That means they have to have a cape to do it.
The power to turn into a sea creature because her name is Mrs. Krabs.
Super strength, because then she could move a lot of stuff very quickly.
Raise her eyes so she could not have to open the door, like blast it open.
Superman. Because that's the only superpower a teacher can have.
If my teacher had a superpower, it'd be probably to make people quiet.
Nothing, because she's perfect.
For a teacher, which makes the classroom fun to be in, I think that the most important thing is being enthusiastic about their subject and just creating a fun environment where kids really can feel that there's a passion to learn and just creates an exciting room.
What I like to see in a teacher is a teacher who shows up and cares about not only their students but what they're teaching, you know? You don't have to be perfect, really, but I think just showing that you care about those who you're teaching and the subject that you are teaching, I think that really goes a long way.
That she's really organized.
The kind of teacher I like to see is a teacher that really tries to engage with the students and tries to get to know the students on a personal level. That way it breaks the barrier of teacher to student and you get more of a connection. And that way, if you're ever struggling or if you ever need someone to come and give help, then you have somewhere to go.
A teacher that I would like to go to their class would be if they took their time, if a student needs help, to individually go to them and see what their issue is to try and fix it.
Well, it's really fun to learn when our teachers are coming up with these funny things to go along with the problems.
To respect your children in your class and don't force the children to do it because they need to have their own choice and they don't need to be forced to do it.
My personal motto is, we've got this, so I would say have one of your own that keeps you positive. Also, establish your rules early so students know what to expect when they come in your classroom.
My best advice is to make learning fun.
Well, my best advice would be to always be nice and make sure you're teaching what you think you're supposed to be teaching up to that grade level. So then like they learn something new and also make sure it's fun at the same time so then they don't think it's not boring. Like make things be fun.
I think some good advice for a teacher would be fun learning activities and rewards at the end of the trail, so that way children will be able to know that there's going to be a treat at the end of the way and work harder.
My best advice for you would be to show enthusiasm and really try to connect with the students.
My best advice for you would be to love coming to school and really try to become part of the community that we have here at Gardner Edgerton School District.